Welcome back for part two. Our our team of Shadowrunners have already consumed the drugs, at least two of them, for the trip to Calfrey. They have purchased some party enhancers in the form of explosives of the firework variety, and are pulling up in the bromobile to the the final approach to the beach in Calfrey. And as you guys arrive, you'll notice that the beach is got a whole bunch of people on it, and a whole bunch of other various states of intoxication. There's a lot of vehicles. This is the only bus that's here, but that's where you guys are. Um, the bus will pull to a stop in one of the parking lots, and people will begin to pile out. Uh, what do you guys want to do in this situation?
Fire out.
Are there any spots open for us, or do we have to clear a spot?
I so for the most part, there's a lot of little spots. If the entire group wants to stay together, like all of Bro's entourage,
Yeah.
you would need to kind of move some folks out of the way. Um,
Okay. Who's the weakest of the pack? Where's the weakest link? Where are the nerds?
so
The dwarf.
No, not.
I mean in the beach, so we can clear them out.
Oh.
all right, so are you just kind of looking, or are you going down and mingling with the people?
Bit of both. Bit of both. I'm a social man. Orc.
All right.
Not really. Don't really count as a man. I'm barely human.
You want to roll me some etiquette dice then?
Sure. Three successes on my beach etiquette.
Excellent. So the beach has got a lot of people. Most of them are staying in their small groups. They're not exactly a giant conglomerate like what is building up behind you. You will notice there is a singular 20-ish person size group that is off there. They're kind of in a half circle around what looks like three beach towels, um, upon which there is a like surfboard standing up in the back of it with the shadow being cast over it, and doesn't seem like there are people there. Looking around, there's some families that are just kind of like enjoying the beach time. There's a couple of people that have no business being on the beach from what you can see. They are pale and pasty and freckled and red-haired, and they're going to have a terrible time. And then there's a couple of people that look, I don't want to say socially dominatable, but socially manipulatable at the very least.
But there's one spot that's just like, it looks like there were surfers here once upon a time, but they've left for a while.
So there's like three beach towels with surfboards up behind them. They don't see any people, and then there's like a little bit of sand in between them, and then there's a big half circle kind of around them, as if the people that were on those three towels were of some sort of local royalty.
But it is just a spot where the people aren't there anymore, that we can just throw the beach towels and the surfboards out of the way and take the spot.
You could. There are not even like the people that formed the half circle are not there. It's kind of just like an abandoned but claimed spot.
Okay. Chip's gonna, put a friendly hand on Butcher's shoulder and point over there and say, what do you figure we make that our throne?
He's going to kind of give it a look up and down the beach here. You'll notice that he pauses for a look in let's say the southernish direction at a place that kind of glints back at you a little bit. Maybe like, yeah, I like it. It's nice and close to the water. I don't know who those people are, but frag them.
Who gives a frag? All right, follow me, everyone, and Chip will jog along. What's that? What's that awful American TV show about the lifeguards running in slow motion?
Baywatch?
What, Baywatch?
Baywatch.
Hey,
He runs.
it's about to be an awful American movie.
Okay.
Wait, what?
He runs along.
And I thought things couldn't get worse.
The Rock and Zac Efron are doing a Baywatch movie.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh, let me,
Sounds pretty.
I'm gonna go cry now.
I need to see who this Zac Efron person is. I mean,
He's the kind of guy you'd expect to be playing a lifeguard.
he's pretty enough to be Pamela Anderson, but
And the rest is herself.
What do you mean? Zac Efron's a dreamboat.
exactly. There's my
his name.
point.
As the crowd pours off the bus, I stop, look around. Do I have to actually go to the trouble of hacking the bus's sound system, or can I take control of it just remotely from my deck anyway?
You could probably do it. Butch isn't exactly the most technologically savvy person. You will notice
Awesome.
that he is carrying no bags, and that the Brotler is carrying 2 fairly sizable duffel bags.
Yeah, I save the bus's sound system in my deck and turn the music up as loud as it will physically go.
Is there anything in particular you wish to play?
Yes. Loud, obnoxious electronic dance music.
Roll me, give me
'Cause,
something in
He
here.
brought a DJ along for a reason.
Oh.
Oh, this isn't gonna end badly or anything.
What do you want?
I have
While you're doing that,
Defilling
something,
the crowd control to clear out the people.
something to not upset everybody and convince them all they should dance.
etiquette, bro.
At the end.
That's 8 hits on a perform check.
That looks like there was some edge in there.
Yes, I did in fact pre-edge that.
All right.
Yeah.
So as you guys are kind of going down, some ridiculous bass dropping will happen, and there's a wave after wave of sixth world electronic music, and the people you are with quickly begin to get into it, followed by, like, I imagine them kind of conga lining sort of down the thing, and I think somebody else said they wanted to do something.
Amazon is going to take one of those bags off the Brotler's hands if he's willing and carry it for him.
Is she moving in on my bay?
Your
Feel
bag?
bad for the dude.
I just go with Chip and try
That
to assist with
already.
clearing out things.
Sure. The Brotler will thank you, Broette, for the assistance. And you guys will kind of come down. Are you just unceremoniously table flipping the stuff that was there, or are you?
Well, there's no people around, so
No.
probably.
Of course, rolling like we're Vikings. Push their stuff out of the way and let's get this party going.
Chip?
Break the half in the meantime.
If we were doing this like for Vikings, I think we'd have to set someone on fire, wouldn't we?
Soon.
No, that's only if someone actually dies.
No fire, please. Let's keep it that way.
Oh, it'll be fine.
No, it won't be.
Chip, are you unceremoniously table flipping the stuff, or are you?
Yes. So Chip swaggers over and picks up the beach towels and just kind of rolls them up and throws them off in the distance. And then he takes the surfboards and kind of removes them, much like a hero removing a sword from a stone. He removes the surfboards from the beach and just kind of throws them off to the side to make way for their own beach towels and whatnot.
Wonderful. So you guys will be able to set up your little camp here. The Bromobile's speakers are pounding out some technotrog. Everybody's like, your group is kind of like getting into it. You see them beginning to take other excitement enhancers and sunscreen, and everybody's stripping down the bathing suits and stuff and kind of getting into it.
Excellent.
You guys want to do anything at this moment, or should we go into what is the ramifications of what Chip has done?
Go into that.
What
Let us
have I
pay the
done?
piper.
Go for a swim and then wait for things to go south like they always do.
Excellent.
Yeah. Strip down the swim trunks, you know.
Man, does anybody actually have the
yeah.
swimming skill?
Yeah.
Yes.
I do.
Man, look at all you guys. You guys are.
I do too, actually.
I have 11 dice in it.
Man, you're just you're a fucking fish, aren't
Are
you?
you? Let me guess. This is your way of saying, please roll some swimming checks, please.
If you want to show off, you can roll swimming checks.
I wasn't planning on it.
I'm not even going to strip down, so full on clothes on the beach, like a weirdo.
So you put 2 exclamation points in there, which cause things to explode upon themselves.
Oh, I actually did not select. Hang on. Oh, whoops. Let me try this again then. That would explain it.
The damn.
Chip, that's
There we go.
That's so good.
Is that better?
Yep, that's awesome.
Did Chip just glitch?
Yes.
Awesome.
Chip isn't used to his new titanium bones.
Yes,
Is
of
Chip
course.
drowning? Is that what we're learning here?
So, Chip, are you beginning to have some struggles? Do you require lifeguard aid?
Do you require mouth to mouth?
Yes, I require lifeguard aid.
Oh god.
So while you're not actually drowning, because you did get some successes, it doesn't look like you're having a good go of it. Let me roll a d2 for the number of X chromosomes.
It really doesn't matter to Chip.
I know, but
It's a girl.
it matters for the narrative of it. So, Smolder, you will see on the beach a young woman in a lifeguard outfit, which is really just a swimsuit with a patch and one of those red thingies.
Oh, the red floaty?
Yeah, since we were just talking about Baywatch, begins to run down the beach in what looks like slow motion, diving majestically into the water. It's
I
what
just
happened.
follow her with my eyes and see who
Dibs.
she's going for.
You will notice that Chip is somewhat exaggeratedly flailing, I believe.
Can I make a con check? Can I make a con check or something?
Yeah.
I just get my camera out and take a photo.
Yeah, you
Still,
can.
still totally, though. Dibs.
This will be a good memory.
Do I get my fake drowning specialty?
You may take the 2 hits from your failed swimming check to apply as a I'm actually drowning bonus.
I like it. That's a bit better.
That's a little bit better. So, she will come to your rescue, and are you playing up the needing a mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, or are you?
Not quite. He lets himself get pulled towards the beach, and kind of lies there.
And that
he,
perfect moment where she kind of crouches
Wait,
over you to
wait,
make sure
wait.
you're okay, with the sun coming through her golden locks.
Yeah,
Use
and
the
he-
opportunity
he's-
to get a good look at the goods.
he puts up a hand and kind of he mumbles something unintelligible and gestures for her to come closer.
Wait, are Chip's eyes closed?
No, stop harshing my vibe, man. Get off my case.
So she will lean in to like begin to turn her head towards her ear towards your mouth to hear what it is you're trying to say that's so important.
And he says, "Girl, you left me breathless."
She's like, her head was already kind of down, and they'll just kind of like
How many bonus dice do I get
I'm
to
just waiting for this to backfire. It's going to backfire.
Is this an actual intentional seduction attempt, or is this a?
I mean, I don't even think I really need to roll.
Use the GM edge. Use the GM edge.
So we'll kind of fade out from that situation for a moment. Fucking Chip. Does anybody else have anything they want to do? Any other trouble they want to get into?
Start looking for other groups, trying to herd them into the swarm of the giant pile of dancing people.
Oh, that's gonna be good.
Yeah. Go take a
Sure,
walk.
why
down the
not
beach,
join the
explain yourself.
Congo line of awesome?
Yeah. heard the conga line over. Because ideally, we want to get everybody within eyesight, in the one giant party, rather than a bunch of people down off doing their own thing, thinking they're too cool for their room, or they're weird, or they don't like this kind of music. Who freaking cares? It's spring break.
I know I'm not too cool for school.
Yeah, so you can, you can totally kind of corral people a little bit more into growing the size of the party.
Excellent.
Mr. Target, the troll from the bus kind of comes up next to you and gives you the shoulder, like, "Hey, come here,"
Okay.
and he's gonna
Well,
get you to come over to where they unloaded the kegs
okay.
and ask you to help him carry them down there so they can set up for some keg stands.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I can help him out with that.
Excellent. And then you will be coerced into holding people upside down because you're a giant troll as they perform keg stands off of these kegs.
Yeah, because that's not racist. Because I'm totally super strong because I'm a troll.
You have the height
Are you
advantage.
saying you're not stronger than all of us?
Hey, now that's even if it's true, it's still racist.
This is true.
It's not racist if it comes from another troll.
No, it's stereotype.
And
I mean, I'll do it, but it's still racist.
I mean, in between keg stands, you get beer.
Oh, if I get beer, then that's a horse of a different color.
Yeah, no.
If it's beer, if I get paid in beer, then it's not racist.
So Hellwinter, there's actually one person you can see that is not getting into your party situation. Him and like 3 others are not having it, and it is a certain Frenchman, a Jacques, is there with 2 of his friends and is just kind of giving you the stink eye.
I come rolling up, fish some Zen out of a pocket. What? Come on over. What, you get to sit over here and stare longingly off into the ocean, and you can't even see your home from here. It's the other side of the continent. What the hell?
So, zooming out of that awkward situation for a second, Amazon and Smolder, you guys just getting into the party, or are you gonna...
I'm waiting if something happens to what Chip done to the things, but other than that, if nothing's happening, I'm going to sit on top of the bus again and
Sure.
just look at the party.
Sure, while the party is going on, you're totally hating everything associate you met on the bus is gonna come up on top, kind of offer you a little packet of something. You don't smoke,
does
but
this?
here's this.
Who does this? The girl?
Yeah, she's gonna offer you. Let's start with some Nova Coke.
Yeah, sure. I take some of it.
Excellent. So you guys
What
do.
do I roll for the addiction? I don't know.
We'll worry about that at the
Alright.
at the end. It's great.
We'll worry about that.
Everybody take drugs. And she will also do a hit of Nova Coke. Like, makes it a little bit more tolerable, right?
Yeah.
Amazon, did you have anything you wanted to do, or you just want to rock the hard beach body?
Is riding a nice buzz of the Nova Coke and has in fact stored her armored jacket back in the Bromobile, or wherever the stuff happens to be. Actually, probably not all the way back there. She can't be bothered to walk back over there.
That's what happens when you're on Nova Coke.
And she's just relaxing and people watching and trying to catch people looking at her.
Every once in a while, you do catch somebody, but it's a beach. There's a lot of mostly naked people here, including what looks like Chip being. I'm going to imagine he played it up a little bit more and had the poor lifeguard like do that thing where he leans on her and kind of walk him back to the lifeguard stand.
Sure, I don't like the phrasing of poor lifeguard, but
What, you think they actually pay them anything
Amazon.
decent?
Amazon's gonna record that with her cyber eyes because it amuses her.
that's two people recording shit.
So a little bit of time will pass, and the dancing will eventually begin to slow down into just more of a mellow thing, because you can only continue dancing and partying for so long as the
Get exhausted. Bring the music, bring the tempo down a little bit. Let people relax for a while.
as you do.
Casuals.
More dancing.
They can't all
Kamikaze.
be transferred party animals.
No, you got to take kamikaze for that high pain tolerance, and then you can never stop.
Never stop dancing.
Well, you
Long
take
course.
Kamikaze along with Graham, and you've got yourself a good time, I hear.
Something like that. So
This is only the first day. We got to ramp up to that level of.
Oh, that level
On
of
the
drug
last-
use.
on the last
Yes.
day, you guys are doing like K10 on the beach with everybody.
Of course.
The mosh pit gets a little too metal,
Mosh pits never get too metal.
right? So
When
after
it comes-
a couple of hours, you will see. Actually, just let's get some perception tests from everybody and see who sees and what sees.
What are whatsies?
Exactly.
Does Novacoke affect this? Or
Yes. It's 1 to your perception.
And 1 to your mental limit.
Eh.
No,
Whatever.
social limit.
It's a party drug.
Hey,
So good.
Every drug's a party drug.
If
The-
you use it right.
This is true. So, Mr. Target, you
Gladly.
have an elven man's ankles in your hands as you're kind of looking around and people are doing things. Amazon, your people watching. Will, could you describe the man and perhaps his two entourage that begin to approach the situation that you guys have taken over?
You want me to describe the surfers?
To describe the mandrew that is leading them.
Oh shit. Uh,
Who else did you think it was going to be?
Mandrew is a statuesque, almost. To compare him to Adonis would be a disservice to Adonis. He is the perfect human specimen. He stands there glistening in the sun as his long sandy blonde hair blows in the breeze, and he surveys the scene with a chin that would not be out of place on the cover of some 80s Superman comic cover. He looks over the beach with a calm fury. He has been thwarted several times before, and each and every time his virile anger grows. This is the man that stands before us.
So he looks down upon, not so much that, he is taller than you, but he looks down upon you because that is how he is. He is flanked by two not quite as perfect specimens. However, even though you guys don't feel a breeze, you notice that all three of them have their hair gently wafting in said breeze. The two will lean back from Andrew to each other and go, "Bro, this is most uncool." The other one will
They'll say "brah," by the way.
apologies. I'm sorry that I'm using some of Will's canon here. Brah, this is most uncool. I know, brah. Who do these uncools think they are? I don't know, brah. Andrew will hold up a hand to silence them, and then gesture with both of his hands to the area wherein I can only imagine perhaps Chip and Butch. Butch may actually be elsewhere right now, partying of some kind. To the group of people, is anybody actually hanging out right where they overtook the area, or?
no.
If the lifeguard escorted me back there, then yes. But if not, I'm still with the lifeguard, I guess. But up to you.
No, I wandered far afield.
Okay then.
Like
So
some sort of bizarre Johnny Appleseed of music and drugs.
I can only imagine you walking up and down the beach, hacking people's stereos and changing their songs.
Yeah, pretty much.
God.
I think that's what it's headed to. If I get annoyed at somebody's music, yeah, I may be changing their music selection.
Excellent. So as then it will be Chip and the lifeguard will be there, and she will be supposedly making sure you're okay. You know, you might be in shock, you might be recovering, you know, but each time that she goes to pull away, I imagine you put a little bit of a flirty line in there that gives her plausible deniability to linger.
Every time she tries to leave, I go into shock. She needs to stay with me.
It's just all of a sudden you're like, oh. Yeah, let me find a terrible name for her to have.
Amanda.
Susie.
No, I definitely can't do that. That's my girlfriend's
Larry.
Addison.
Charlie.
Addie.
I got it. I feel sorry for any of those people that may actually listen to this. All three of you that may have those names.
It'll
So
be fine.
Mandra will motion to this, and then we'll notice the lifeguard and be like, "Summer, what are you doing here?" And she's gonna look up at him and blush. It's like he was drowning, and I saved him. And I imagine Chip butts in.
Chip most certainly does. He butts in spirit and in body. He stays sitting because he's injured. He's in distress. He looks up at this guy, puts a hand over his eyes to shield him from the sun.
Which is, of course, directly behind him.
And while he respects the statuesque beauty of this man, and who respects the man who.
Damn it, Will! You're roboting a little or breaking up a little bit.
Gives him a bit of a smirk.
Yep,
Oh, am I?
robot.
Am I still roboting?
No, you have
Not anymore.
fixed.
Okay. So he looks up at the guy, whose name he does not know, and says, "Yeah, and you're kind of lowering. You're not really helping my recovery by standing there with your whatever you call that
He's blocking your sun, bro.
beach ready body. So if you want to,
I like to
step out
think
of the way."
All
Let
of
me
those
enjoy the-
pauses are in character because it's just like he's speaking, and then the wind will shift. The wind that only seems to center around these three people and blows their hair in a different direction, and it's just rapture.
Sure.
Either that or there's a guy under improved visibility with a fan.
Yeah.
Feh.
So you
Well,
want to
since it's
step
cinematic.
off? You want to step off, man?
You'll see the left and right will kind of step forward almost simultaneously. They may actually be twins. They look really, really similar, except for the way that their tans are. Seems like they always stand on left or right. Bruh, you want to go, bruh? And Mandra will put
Chip,
a hand on their shoulders. It's like, it is spring break, the most bra of times. They must simply pay their respect for who owns this beach, and he'll raise his arms and gesture widely as though he owns all that can be seen.
Do we
Chip,
see
Chip,
this, by the way?
Chip holds up a hand and says, no, shush, I don't want to hear from you. And he looks to the twins and he says, "Twins, huh? Hey, you guys, what are you guys into? You wanna party
Oh
later?"
my god.
Smolder, you were going to ask a question.
I was going to ask, do we see this little dog?
I imagine
The
by
amount
now
of
there's...
perception we did.
No, I imagine now it is begun to be a bit of a spectacle.
Yeah. Okay. So we notice it.
So you
I
will
will just get closer in case of something happens, but not really interfering.
Sure. Hellwinter, the rest of you guys, do you want to do anything, or you want just to let's see how this unfolds?
Kind of curious to see how this will play out.
Yeah, I'm interested in how this will play out. I might just like stick within like if something quite terrible happens, I can intervene, but not so close as to be obvious about it.
Are you giving up your keg stand duties?
I thought that pretty much everybody, including the keg stand people, were looking at this. If keg stands are still going on, then no.
Okay. Keg stands can probably slow down as you like tap the other troll. Be like, "Yo, is this beef?"
Do we need to go troll some people?
Hellwinter, can you give me a perception test real quick?
Sure.
There's a wild decker there.
And I should keep all those.
Yeah, you're a decker. If you have less than a
I'm
5
the one
mental
through the
from
roof, yeah.
So as you're walking down, you'll see ahead of you there is a large sparkling section in the grass. Not in the grass, I'm sorry, in the sand. Ahead of you it seems pretty wide and that kind of stuff, but you're not really sure what it is, but it's a thing.
Huh. This I have to go see what this is. I've seen lots of sand in my time. This is new. Go walking closer and see what the hell it is.
Sure.
Temporarily oblivious to the building confrontation behind me.
Can't imagine anything going wrong with that. So Chip, the twins are gonna kind of be like, "What are we into, brah? What do you mean?"
Who's responding to that? Sorry.
It's one of those off and on, left and right twin obnoxious things.
Okay. Chip stands up and says, "Listen, where's the party here tonight? Where you guys hanging out? Maybe we can, exchange comm codes and meet up, see where the night takes us. How's that sound? Good."
So left will go like, and he's gonna go to do that, bro. Push your shoulder like, "You want to step, bruh?" It's like, "What makes you think you're?" And he's gonna kind of go to push you on, like, not with any kind of force, but just the kind of incite bro anger. I don't know if you would try to either just absorb the blow or to just kind of like.
Yeah, Chip absorbs the blow, and he goes, "Hey, now we can get to wrestling later. For now, I've got to recover from my little tryst in the water there."
And then the right was like, "Thinks you're gonna be invited to our party, bruh."
I know I'm going to be invited to your party. It's the kind of guy I am.
So
You don't want me there?
the lifeguard is gonna get up and gonna try and get in front of you. Boys, look, there's a misunderstanding here. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to ask you to stop. And she's, stumbling for words, looking between the miraculous meat that is around her.
Chip grins and says, "Nah, it's cool, babe. I'm a lover, not a fighter. At least today."
Are you trying to keep Swish out of this conversation?
Keep what now?
So are you trying to like turn dramatically on a heel, swishing your cape, and leave with the last word?
No, he's just standing there. This is
Okay.
his spot.
This is true. You can't abandon your spot. It's a sign of not
There's
being an
rules about
alpha.
that stuff.
Yeah, that is bad beach etiquette. So Mandrill is going to step forward in between the left and right. It's like, "Oh, you won't be at our party, bruh. You tried to take our spot. That just won't do." He's going to look
I
around.
didn't see you here when I showed up. In fact, all I saw was a bunch of junk lying about littering the beach. You can get fined for that, you know. And he leans down and he starts writing "reserved" in the sand. He says, "See, I got a sign and everything."
So when you go to start writing reserved, he's going to break massive beach etiquette and kick sand onto your towel. Using the sand that you began to write, like you got the R and the E done, and he'd like kick that sand onto your towel.
Chip stands up and he does that thing where you like step forward and put your forehead on their forehead, like no one's swinging yet, but you know,
but
You're
it's going to
showing them
happen.
Yeah, and he says, "No, that's too far, bruh. See, I was real nice in not snapping those plastic boards over my knee earlier, but I'm thinking maybe I can find a substitute in you."
So at this time, as is perfect for all spring break related movies and tropes, Butch will come back up with a couple of his buddies, be like, bro, what's going on?
Is it Butch?
It is Butch.
Chip doesn't say anything. He just keeps staring
He
into
maintains.
Mandrew's eyes. Yeah.
So it'll be it'll be one of those situations where you guys are still doing your thing, and then Wright is going to kind of tap Mandrew on the shoulder, and he's going to try to not lose out to you, but then Left is going to lean in and go, "It's that guy from Seattle," and then Mandrew is going to stand up with a speed that may make you fall, dependent upon how hard you were leaning in on it.
Not that hard. Like, it depends how hard he was leaning in, really. You know, equal and opposite reaction and all that.
He will,
The nerdiest way to explain machismo.
right, there's so much machismo. So he will look at Butch, and then you will see his perfect eyes just squint down to the squintiest, and you will see his perfect lips tremble and just, Butch. And then he will stand up perfectly straight, be like, "This isn't over," and then spin on his heel. And Left and Right are going to give you a shoulder, and then they were also going to spin and begin to walk away.
Yeah, you better walk away. And Chip kind of tilts his head to watch him go.
So Butch is going to come up into the thing and be like, "Bro, what was that about?"
Guys who had this spot earlier. It's cool. I took care of it.
He's going to,
I doubt there'll be a problem. I doubt they'll ever come back.
"Good job, brah," and he's going to go for an epic set of some kind of secret bro handshake.
Oh, I would love to be initiated.
Yeah, he will bro it up with you and like a from the top, from the bottom, straight ahead, and finger wiggle.
I go there and say that, is he going to be a problem for us for today?
You say it to
And,
Chip
and
or
I
to
point at
Butch?
the. What? Excuse me. What?
You asked that of Chip or of Butch?
Both.
Chip will say, "Nah, listen, I would be incredibly surprised if we even ever saw him again.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. Spring break, chill out.
Yeah. Trying to.
Take some uppers, take some downers, whatever, man."
And I just go back to the bus. To my spot.
Yeah, you better walk away. And Chip tilts his head to watch him go.
And I just look back with the bad part of my fist and then,
Sorry, man.
Really?
It's reflex.
He just says that to everybody who walks. Oh, that compulsion he has to roll every time somebody walks away from him. He's got to say, "Hey, you better walk away."
Yeah, it's horrible when he gets pulled over by the cops and they start going back to their vehicle.
It's like, God damn it, every time. So Hal Winter, you come down to this odd site that you don't quite understand, because in the middle of the beach here, in this section of sand, that there's not really anybody near. There's a good, at least 20 meters before anybody gets kind of close to it, is a circular, and not perfectly circular, but, circular enough, section of glass.
What?
Is a big round disc of glass.
Like, is it flat? Is it concave?
It is slightly concave. It is, as you get down and kind of mess with it, it is thick and heavy. Obviously heavy, you can't lift it, but it is a big round. And I don't know how how flat sand being immediately turned into glass through to heat is, or how much of it is got the little rises and falls as one would expect for a
Yeah,
thing.
petrified sand is usually it's a little bit concave.
But yeah, no, that is
Because
what. Go ahead.
Because as I say, yeah, it heats up, but it starts to sag in a moment before it hardens. Yeah. Anyway, so
That is what you have discovered.
I slowly start walking around it, looking very confused, having never seen fulgurine lightning before. I tap on it with my finger a couple times. I'm assuming that's what it is. Well, Hellwinter's assuming that's what it is. I, as a player, I think I actually know what it is.
You might.
What the heck is... Look at the edge. Start digging at the sand around the edge a little bit, looking to see if it's sitting on top of something or if it's just a giant hunk of melted, resolidified sand.
It seems to be a giant hunk of metal of melted and resolidified sand.
Huh.
It is heavy and thick, about an inch to an inch and a half in some places.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a couple of signs that are nearby that say, like a little keep away thing, but it's not a big deal.
Whatever. It's a suggestion.
Yeah. Yeah.
If anybody else, just pretend to not speak English.
Of the illegal things you've done in your life.
Oh yeah, trespassing is so far down the list.
Of the illegal
I'll take a
things
walk
you've done
around it.
today. Trespassing is pretty far down the list.
I reboot my deck. The last thing I want to do is get converged on here.
Good news, there's a whole bunch of people around that it could be blamed on.
True. Yeah. Get halfway around it, poke it a couple of times. Remember, I'm missing the party at the beach.
I imagine
go
it's
walking back to the
on
beach.
as you get on the complete other side of the beach and you kind of look up and see, oh yeah, that.
That's right. I know I was here for a reason. Why am I staring at this giant hunk of glass? Whatever. I snap a picture of it, send it to everybody, like, hey, check this out. And I head back to the party.
So, Smolder, the picture that he sends you is reminiscent of what the goth girl was talking about.
Of what?
So, the girl was talking about the band and was talking about how they had a event down here last year and how something magical happened. And this is right about the area where that was, and it was one of those things that she describes it as like a metal mecca, where she's only on this trip because it's like a pilgrimage for her.
So I would show her the picture I would pull out my comlink and look at the picture, and I guess she's nearby, so she sees it. And
you could easily find her, and she's on the edge of the party, not interacting with people.
And she said, "Do you know anything about this? I don't know what it looks like."
So she's gonna take the comlink from you. He's like, oh my God, is it actually like there? It's like
apparently one of my partners sent it.
The image has, all the GPS stuff on it. Would indicate that it's like 300 yards down the beach from where you are. You can probably see how when they're walking back towards the party.
So she's gonna come on, let's go. And then she's gonna kind of, she has your comlink in her hand because she kind of stole it from you in one of those like moments, and then is going to begin leading you in that direction.
I follow her.
So on your way there, you will run across Hellwinter.
Yeah.
What's up? What are you're going to go take a look at it?
She's like, no, you don't.
She's interested.
It is a lot of glass. It's kind of heavy. Whatever. I just keep going.
Sure. So
head back to the party.
She's gonna have one of those shock and awe moments when she's there, and we'll begin to describe to you in some magical bullshit about how this is where the uh, the free spirit of metal was brought into this world?
I just nod and try to keep it like I know what she's talking about, but actually don't. So yeah. I understand the spirit of metal part, but not the magical mumbo jumbo.
I like that the spirit of metal is the part that's understood.
Oh,
Yeah.
So she's going to be doing some weird stuff there. You will actually see her gaze into the astral while she's there. Like her eyes will get all goofy, and then she's going to sit down for a while. How long are you going to hang out there?
She has my coming, so I'm going to wait it out. And I'm not going to leave her there because something might happen to
Sure.
her. I don't know. Mandrew comes back.
Dun dun dun. So Mark is actually something happened with his Skype, so we'll hope that he's all right.
Mhm.
So time will pass a little bit as you guys are hanging out on the beach. It has gone into nighttime, and nighttime is the right time for bonfires.
Yeah, I thought
Definitely.
this was going to happen.
This is why we bought all the fireworks, to make sure we can get the fire started properly. So that
The
works,
fire
right?
started properly. Not the other way around.
Maybe. I don't know.
So you guys
Where those
will.
broken surfboards we found go? I'm sure those will work great for starting a bonfire.
I'm pretty sure those are made out of like plastic and things that you should not actually
Yeah.
melt and then inhale the fumes of.
I'm pretty sure Hellwinter doesn't know any of that.
Listen, if that was true, it would be on the safety labels, and I don't see any. Okay? I mean, it's dark. I can't see any. So, it's fine. Don't worry about
Of
it.
course. Yeah, round up driftwood. Anything else we can find that we think that will burn that's not, people's clothes.
Oh yeah, no, people are.
And let's get the
Amazon is-
bonfire going.
Amazon's gonna start sorting out the fireworks based on what she thinks will explode in the most interesting ways.
So Smolder, your goth friend will talk about all kinds of magical Drek while you're down there hanging out. She will mention something about what looks like little men that have no faces, and they only have 3 fingers, but there's a lot of space in between the 2 fingers.
And I just. Oh, is it the. I just looked at your picture. So is it that? Do I recognize it like that?
You might be able to draw the conclusions, given it's what she has been kind of talking about. But she'll actually like do the thing so that you are aware of what she's talking about with her hands, and then she'll kind of pull her hair forward over her face. So that's to tell you, like, it looks like the horrible, scary girl from The Ring.
Yeah.
And she seems to be trying
So-
to converse with them.
I will just ask after a time that she does that. Is it working?
So she's gonna look at you, and she's gonna have a little bit of tears in her eyes, like, so beautiful.
I wish I could see it.
She's gonna be like, her eyes will come out of that astral thing. It's like, I have an idea, and then she's gonna come up and come running back up to the bromobile. The rest of you guys are getting the bonfire going. Does anybody want to do anything, or just make a giant fireball in the middle of the beach?
Giant
Yeah.
ball with
I am
the
preparing to
beach.
do some outrageously, incredibly unsafe and irresponsible things with these fireworks.
I love every aspect of that. Do you have the demolition skill?
Not even a little.
Awesome. Do you want to roll logic -1? Well, unless you have something else that you feel like is appropriate for the situation you're trying to do here. And it doesn't have to be like remotely close, just something that's
Chemistry.
tangentially related.
Yeah, no, the closest thing I have is security design. firearms knowledge,
Inciting
custodial
riots.
engineering,
Exciting, right?
parabotany.
All right. So,
Botany. That will burn.
well, the problem is he's not trying to burn stuff. He's trying to blow stuff up.
Oh, well, there's that problem.
So you're more than welcome to default on your demo test.
This is the part.
I am
And
going
it's
to
a
be
critical
edging
glitch.
this.
You may have 2 additional dice because there are safety instructions if you wish to follow the safety instructions.
No.
Can I get one if I kind of skim them and sort of follow them?
So like when you go to make a box of instant stuff and then you throw the box away halfway through and you have to get it out of the trash.
Yeah.
Yes, you may.
Alright, and to have this explode properly in Roll20, do I want 1 exclamation point or 2?
You want 1 exclamation point.
Pretty edged.
That's pretty good. That is 3 hits on a let's make this bonfire full of explosives. And you're able to do so fairly well. Everybody seems pretty excited about it. A lot of people are running around with sparklers doing weird rave things. And
Excellent.
all of that other stuff. Chip, you'll be happy to know your lifeguard has showed up for your bonfire.
Okay, Chip will be occupied.
Hellwinter, I imagine you're providing some music for your bonfire.
Oh, of course. Got to
What's-
keep the party going. Music, passing out beer.
Is the nerdy dwarf from the bus around, and can I draft him as my safety officer?
Yes. You can roll me something to see how well he performs as a safety officer.
Can I drown you?
So the nerd dwarf is going to. What are you having him do as your safety officer?
Make sure that the fireworks go into the air and not into the crowd.
Shoot them out into the ocean so we can watch them skip off the water. It'll be awesome.
And he will, in a very nervous tone, because you are probably twice his size, he will assist you in doing that. And a lot of other people are going to, like... He's going to take to this air of authority that you have empowered him with, because you are obviously one of the cool people, and he's going to take his job probably a little too seriously, and do his thing.
18 dice.
Nah, he doesn't need to roll a giant pile of dice. Let me look something up real quick, because... What is your essence? Oh, not a lot. Excellent. So, your goth friend is gonna pull you back into the bromobile. You will see that the Brotler is inside the mobile in a
Please
let's call
Bliss.
What?
he is the happiest you have seen him since you have started this trip. Mostly because nobody's around, probably, and he can be left alone.
I just take a look at him and... Okay, ignore him.
She's
He
gonna.
wants to be ignored.
So she's gonna go back into the back of the bus and go through like one of her bags and pull out a thing. It's like, so this. All right, this is some serious Strek right here. This is called Shade.
Oh my god. Yes!
Oh, fuck.
I called it! I called it, you can see it in chat.
So, I said, shade?
It's
As in- no?
it's a drug which lets people let loose their, and she's gonna start to like kind of sway back and forth a little bit as she's kind of talking about it. It's like
Oh my god.
let loose their their physical bodies and just fly through the astral.
Girl, I have cyberware in me, or bioware, I don't know. Will that kill me?
As long as you're able to get back to your body, it won't. It's not something to worry about. We're not going anywhere. And she's gonna motion to the Brotler. It's like, you're not going anywhere, are you? And he's gonna go back. No, Broette, I am not. I am to watch the Bromobile until his Bronus returns.
I just say to the Brotler that if anything happens and I don't find anything I have here, I'm gonna take your head.
He will nod solemnly. Yes, your Bronus.
Yeah, and then take the shade or whatever it is.
So she's gonna kind of sit down with you and kind of like, all right, get comfortable, because when we get back into our bodies, you don't want to have cramps and that kind of stuff. And then she's gonna start setting out some magical mumbo jumbo, and then she's gonna explain the details of how you use this drug. And it is something you smoke, and it takes effect pretty quickly.
Alright. Wait, smoke. That includes fire.
Not quite. I imagine that in the sixth world 2070s, the vaping thing blew up, and all of a sudden people were vaping all kinds of illegal drugs. So it turns you from afraid of smoke into a douchebag.
Alright, so I just take it, smoke it.
Yep.
Vape mission. Yeah.
So you will fall back,
A bad
but
experience.
when you, instead of feeling yourself hit the back of the bus on the chair that you were in, you feel yourself kind of fall through, and it's almost like when you were in the ocean earlier, floating and weightless. And as you look around, you will see the orc woman, and she looks stunning and radiant here in the astral. All kinds of colors. Everything else around you that's not her is very gray and lifeless, but she is bright and vibrant. She's gonna
My hand, look at my. Do I see the black blobs of essence missing?
You do see some of your body that has been taken away.
Alright, this is an experience, and I just follow her instructions after that.
She will reach out a hand. It's like, don't worry about those. Everybody has a little bit. And she will take your hand, and you will begin to fly, and you will fly through the astral, up high, looking down. She will motion. It's like, there's all the people we were on the party with, and you'll see a variety of different auras and different colors. You will see two that are very close to each other, but are very have a bit of distance around them between everybody else.
Do I recognize them?
You would not recognize their auras, no. But it looks like they are occupied. And if you remember right, that's kind of where Chip's set up. Not that you have any real correlation to physical space in the astral. And then she will
his own bonfire.
take you down to the
glass.
to the glass, and you will see the little things. And as you kind of cross the immediate threshold around that area, you will feel the what you are swimming through begin to change and feel a little different. It'll almost like a rhythmic thumping instead of like the smooth ocean feeling you had earlier. A very bass type just background.
Do I see those little kids with the 3 fingers?
you see the little kids with their 3 fingers. You see their long hair, air quotes hair, kind of over them, and their kind of heads are bobbing up and down as their face stuff kind of just shakes a bit.
Just take a look at them, and I don't know, kneel or something, get close to one and look it really closely up.
Oh man.
That can't be that.
So as the party rocks on into the night, you guys will probably more likely than not just kind of pass out rather than actually go to sleep. However, only like 2 hours will go by, and you will hear the sound that you guys heard when you started off this mission. Well, this not quite mission. And well, that could only be the sound of the Bromobile revving up and driving.
What? Oh,
Someone stole the Bromobile.
Mandrew is stealing the Promobile. Oh, that or what's his name is decided he's finally sick of Butch's crap.
Am I still in the Astro or am I?
You are
sleeping?
still in the astral.
All right.
Oh god.
sit up, shake the huge amounts of sand out of my hair because I lacked the foresight to do something to do about it.
Yep.
Hey, everybody. They're taking the. Do I see the Brotler?
Give me a perception test, and we'll see what happens. Do you have any like low light or anything going on?
I have tetrachromatic vision and low light contacts. So
Okay.
unless it's like pitch black, I see as if it's full daylight.
No, it's not pitch black. There's the fine haze from the city nearby.
And the stars.
Yeah.
1.
So with 1, you do not see the Brotler.
Is Smolder asleep?
Oh, Smolder and the
I'm
the
not
orc
done.
chick were in the Bromobile when they took their drugs.
So they're in it as it's getting stolen.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you don't know that.
No, I don't know that.
Start yelling pretty up.
Smolder, can you roll me intuition -1?
All right. That is.
Chip and Amazon, while he's doing that, what are you guys doing as the Camp Butch begins to come to life?
Does my cyberware count?
No, your cyborg does not count in this situation.
Okay. All right.
Amazon is going to kind of reach around with her arm and pat without opening her eyes and pull her jacket over her ears so that the noise isn't so freaking loud.
Okay. So a question is, did Amazon try to find a friendship or a companion for the evening?
The dwarf.
Nah.
Okay.
Butch.
So yeah, you're able to do your thing. Chip,
Matrix
are-
perception at the bus while
Sure.
everyone's waking up. Do I see the icon for the bus?
You do not see the icon for the bus. You see the icon for an unknown comlink and a
Smolder.
Smolder's comlink.
I've called Smolder before because I sent him the picture.
Yep, I imagine you guys are still in that DNI call. I don't know.
Yeah.
I call. I start yelling at Smolder over the. Actually, I turn the vibrate and turn his comlink to vibrate, and the other one I find to vibrate, and just start calling them nonstop to wake them up, or interrupt whatever's going on in the bus. And Smolder, are you stealing the bus? And start heading down the.
There is no response from his comlink. So Smolder, in the astral, you will notice that as you're kind of conversing with these creatures, which I guess, or I guess I should say you guess, knowing something of magic, that these are actually spirits, but you're seeing them in their home. Like, this is where they live. This is where they came into existence, into the world, or where they're kind of hanging out.
Ooh.
Um,
I've never seen anything like a spirit home before, so
no. I imagine for a mundane, this is kind of crazy.
Yeah,
So she
I
is
just
gonna.
don't know how to express it.
She's gonna look at you, and you're gonna like look up at her. Not that looking is really what you're doing, gives us you're in the astral. And as you look past, you will notice that the colors in the area that you flew through first are beginning to change, and
As in, but I can see the color. So, what does it turn into? Which color?
that is
I
where
know I can-
Rob's lack of knowledge on how the astral represents colors comes in. But it's changing, let's say, from a nice, peaceful, mellowed out blue and yellow to a panicked red or orange.
Okay. Yeah. Without knowledge skills, I would say that I don't know what that means, because thinking about this is from a metal concert from before, this could very well be from the mosh pit experience or the death wall. So, yeah.
It could be, but she's going to see you giving it this strange look, as one does in the not really looking with eyes kind of situation. And she's going to turn to see, and she's like, I wonder what's going on, let's go. And she's going to
All right. I follow.
lead you back over and see that there's a lot of commotion, and
So we see the bodies and the astral auras, but not the bus and our own.
well, she's going to take you back to where like the little camp was, and you're going to see a whole bunch of different auras that are moving about kind of quickly as the camp in real world is messing around. Chip, I haven't heard you in a while. Are you doing anything?
This is an excellent question. Is Chip now aware that the Bromobile has been stolen?
So here's the first question: is as the little bro camp gets into disarray, and you are presumably woken up with the guard of your life next to you in your little tent or whatever it is you have. What is Chip's action?
I guess Chip was sleeping in his under his big game hunter, just like wrapped around them. So he stands up and he is going to bellow out to the crowd and attempt to leadership them into rallying them to fight for their fight
stealth?
for their honor here. So
Fight on.
yeah, he's gonna shout out, everybody, calm the frag down. Now some hoity-toity.
Do you have any idea how badly I want you to glitch this?
Yes.
Okay,
Some-
because you've been
some
doing so well.
Some hoity-toity Californian, Calfrean. I don't even know what the. Anyway, it doesn't matter. He's turned up and he's taken our Drek. Now, spring break is a time-honored tradition, from what I understand of my 30 minutes of researching it when I got invited here. Now, it's very important that we overcome any obstacle that stands in the path of us and our good times.
Sure. You want to roll those dice, sir?
And this is the first of many obstacles. We need to track down that Bromobile. We need to punch the people who took it until their teeth are no longer in their mouths and get our shit back. Are you with me?
Let's find out if they're with you. Please, dear God, glitch this. Please.
Did we give
He's
up
going
when the
to-
Germans bombed Pearl Harbor?
Chip
I'll-
is
I'll-
going
damn
to
it.
Yeah.
use
I'm cool with 4 successes.
your
Uh,
forces against you.
so I really wanted you to glitch so that you came out and were naked. Which
That would just give me bonuses, wouldn't it?
Oh,
potentially.
with the boner.
You forgot
How
to.
the, how the Romans did it.
I thought that was how the Greeks did it.
They're the same thing, aren't they?
I don't know. They're
So,
not here anyway.
As you deliver your inspiring speech, the crowd will kind of part, and Butch will come through, and be like, "Bro, it's cool. I already called the cops," and you will see that the Brotler has got a big shiner of a black eye and is kind of limping along. He's looking as though he got beat up and did not put up a huge fight, because he's a 60-year-old man that may have been beaten up by oddly specific adepts. As I think Skype dies.
It's breaking up for me.
Okay. It was also kind of things. So Butch is going to come through the crowd with his Brotler that has gotten beaten up by perhaps oddly specific adepts. So it's fine. I've called the pawns. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, I can. Anyone else?
Apparently not.
Alright, I think Skype died. Yep.
Yeah,
All three of
no,
them quit.
it's just the two of us.
We can do it. Let's go.
Wait a minute, you're in the astral and perhaps dying, which is hilarious because I think you challenged me to try and kill you on your first run. All right, so we've been going for about that amount of time, so I'm gonna take a quick break while Skype fixes itself.
Yeah.
So if you want to take 5, and hopefully we'll get this sorted out on the way back.